Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is ASAS Pixel Studio. We're going to focus more on enhancement. In this video, it's a retouching tutorial and we're going to be enhancing the facial features. But before that, we're going to be doing a lot of editing and retouching, enhancing the features that make the image look more stunning, such as the smile, the eyebrow, the eyes, and the rest part. The first thing we're going to do is to blend the skin tone or the skin color. So with that, I'm going to grab the hue and saturation quickly. Let's duplicate the layer first of all, Ctrl J, and I'm going to turn off this one and I'm going to work with this so we can make a reference. So now grab the hue and saturation adjustment layer and just close it for the moment. Now let's observe the way the skin operates. Okay, so there are two things we need to do. First of all, we need to blend the skin tones together. The color of the face is different from the color of the skin, so you have two options here. Either you make the color of the face the same with the color of the body, so whichever one, but I would like to make the color of the body look like that of the face. Now just open up the hue and saturation, pick on the end tool and select a saturated part of the color you want, just saturated part. Now if you increase it, you are going to see different color. The blues represent the red and the white part represents the unsaturated part, while the green part represents the yellow or the saturated part. Okay, all right, so now once you do that, you're going to move this slider. So now I've selected where I need to adjust. Now I'm going to make this 0, the hue back 0. Now since that place is selected, which is this range 70 and 107, I want to desaturate so as to make it look more like the face. So I'm going to take it up a little bit. Now if I desaturate, it's going to look like this. Let's desaturate it more, and now you start to see that it's blending with the same the way the face is, only that they have different lightness. This place is lighter than the body. Okay, so once you desaturate, don't over desaturate, just desaturate a little bit and then you brighten up the image. So let's take it up, let's brighten up the skin until we have it the same with the face. Okay, so this look amazing for me. I'm going to leave it at 59 and let's take this back a little. So we have this uniform skin tone. You can also change the hue. Since it look reddish, you can take it backwards, and the more you take it backwards, the more it looks like the up one. So this setting looks fine for me. You can see before and then after. Okay, so you can still brighten it up so as to look more like the brightness of the one above. I'm going to close it now. Still on color correction, I'm going to grab the hue and saturation, and this time around I'm going to take the hand tool and let's select the red part. Okay, so I'm going to increase the hue again. Let's see if we have different color variation. Okay, we just have a bit, which is the red, and I'm going to just increase this, and then we're going to go ahead, hit 0 here. We're going to desaturate. Let's desaturate and make everything uniform and white. I'm going to do something here, so just observe what I'm trying to do. Bring up the lightness and I'm going to close it. Now I'm going to grab the brush tool and I'm going to paint with the foreground color black to hide it from the lips. So let's hide it from the lips like this, and sometimes you remove it from the eyes to create more natural skin tones. Okay, so now that we have it like this, let me turn it off and on. So I'm going to group these two together, group them together, and I can turn it on and off so you can see on and off. Look at this bright part, which are like they are less saturated. I'm going to grab the hue and saturation adjustment again. So notice that I'm using the hue and saturation adjustment. I'm not going to use the hand tool. I'm going to go to select color range, and I'm going to select the brightest part, which is all this. Hold down shift, select just the bright part of the image, zoom in, let's select somewhere here, and increase the fuzziness. It's okay. So now that we have those places selected, it's somewhere that it's so somewhere here, this too much, just a little bit, and we can add some of the hue. And I'm going to close it. So take a look at the before and the after. This is the before, white and less saturated, and this is the after. Okay, so now we can create a stem visible layer. Control Shift Alternate E, and then we're going to do the frequency separation. Okay, so frequency separation, Ctrl J twice, and I'm going to name this tone, T-O-N-E, hit enter. I'm going to name this texture, T-E-X-T-U-R-E, and hit enter. I'm going to group these two together and turn this off, turn this off. So open up the group. What we're going to do, we're going to select the tone, turn off the texture layer, go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. Okay, so I explained something about Gaussian blur. I said the lesser you blur, the more easier it is when you use the mixer tool brush to blend the skin, and it's just going to make the image look flat. And the higher you blur is going to make the mixer tool brush very hard for it to blend the skin, and you're going to have more texture. Okay, so you need to find a sweet spot. When the skin is very rough, you use a lower blur, but when the skin is smooth, like this case, you use higher blur. All right, so I'm just going to focus more on somewhere like this, and you can see, just zoom it out a little bit and increase the blur till we have almost the same skin. Okay, so I'm going to leave it somewhere like 5, and I'm going to hit OK. So the tone is taking the color, while the texture is taking the contour of the face and the roughness, something like the eyes, the shape of the mouth, not the color of the mouth, the shape of the mouth. That's what the texture takes. Okay, so now once you select the texture, go to image, apply image, and under the drop down menu select tone. So we are separating. So in the blending option, you're choosing subtract, so we are separating the tone from the texture. You get, so it means tone, texture, subtract, tone, and tone. So we're separating it, and we're going to hit OK. So now we have the texture. So for us to bring back our image, go under the blending option, blending mode, and choose the linear light. So we're back with our image, and here you can start blending and removing blemishes. Let's start with blending. Let's use the tone. We're going to use the mixer tool brush. Take your settings like this: the wet 9, load 75, mix 90, flow 100, and the rest. Make sure you uncheck sample only, or uncheck it, and make sure you have the clean brush selected and uncheck this one. Just take the setting above, and now I'm going to blend. So increase, and we can start blending. So I'm going to zoom in. We have before and after.